Hi guys, welcome back to our Dubai mini-series. We're putting together a little video for all of the main attractions in Dubai. Next up are the Dubai Souks. So the Dubai Souks sit to the northeast of the city and they straddle both sides of the Dubai Creek. So to see all of them, you're going to have to cross the river, but we'll get onto that in a couple of minutes. There are 4 souks in total and 3 of them are very close together. You've got the Spice, Perfume and Gold souks located on the north side of the Dubai Creek, and the only souk that sits to the south is the Textile souk. The bling in the city centre can sometimes get a bit too much, so it's a welcome relief to visit these traditional souks because although they're quite touristy, they do still feel quite authentic, and it's quite nice to have an area in the city that gives you an insight into what the traditional old Dubai used to be like before the concrete metropolis took over. You can easily spend half a day here, especially if you wanted a meal too. There's lots of lovely restaurants, particularly those around the Dubai Creek. It's certainly a great place to spend a couple of hours just walking around and getting lost in the labyrinth of alleyways, but word of caution, although it's all under shade, it is still outside, so there's only so much walking you're going to want to do when the temperature outside is pushing 40 degrees. Most people get to the souks via the metro. The Green Line essentially skirts around the edges of the souks. You have 4 metro stops that will get you close enough to walk to one of them. An alternative option is to use a hop-on hop-off bus. Naturally, we've done a video on that as well, so be sure to check that one out after this one. There's a stop on the south side of the Dubai Creek by the textile souks. We got off there, did those souks, had a nice bite to eat, got a water taxi across the river, did the other souks on the north side of the shore, and then hopped back onto the bus and continued with the tour from there. If you're going to go to the souks, we'd recommend having a go on their water taxis. They're called Abras. There's actually an extensive network of them, but there are 2 routes in particular that just take you back and forth over the Dubai Creek, so you can see all of the souks. It's a novel way of travelling. It gives you quite a nice perspective of the area, and they are very cheap. I think they cost about £1 per person, and you pay the driver as you're setting off. In true Dubai style, there's always a more blingy version than the original, and when it comes to the souks, if you did want to see something a little more modern, we'd suggest checking out the Madinat Jumeirah. It's a 5-star resort, but it's been built to look like a traditional Arabian town. It's built over 40 acres, it's got 3 hotels, 50 bars and restaurants, it's got loads of souk-like shops, but more importantly, it's got an absolute killer view of the Burj Al Arab Hotel, which sits beside it. The Mall of the Emirates is the closest metro, but it's still a mile away, so you'll probably need a taxi, or the Blue Line on the hop-on hop-off bus also has a stop here if you prefer to use that instead. Speaking of modern souks, it's worth mentioning the Dubai Mall also has an impressive one that boasts various shops and restaurants and an incredible 155 million year old dinosaur at its centre called the Dubai Dino. Unsurprisingly, we've also done a video on the Dubai Mall, so once you finish with this one, feel free to watch that too. So that's what to expect from the Dubai Souks. Hope you found that useful. Those of you that don't know us, we're Planes, Trains and Buggies. We regularly post videos to this channel to give you guys inspiration for your next getaway. So as ever, if you do like what we've done, feel free to hit that like button, leave a comment with any questions, and feel free to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future uploads.